Welcome to the RTPI Awards for Planning Excellence in the English Regions for 2021. Running for over 40 years, our awards provide an important opportunity to reflect, recognize, and reward the achievements of planning professionals, teams, organizations, and young planners at a local level where you are. It is through these awards that we can celebrate the very best, and in doing so, put planning in the spotlight for all to see. Through this achievement, we will continue to transform our communities, protect and enhance our environment, and help shape successful and resilient economies for future generations. As President, one of the most inspiring parts of my presidential year is going out to the nations and regions, meeting planners and teams in person, understanding how you have turned local challenges into opportunities for innovation, growth, and development through proactive communication and engagement with local communities. Today, in our regional awards ceremony, it is time to celebrate our joint effort to make our world a better place. Planners, we are at the forefront in tackling the environmental, social, and economic challenges of our times. Even during the pandemic, we have kept going, and now we are looking to the future to ensure a greener and healthier recovery. The wide range of excellent entries this year have kept our judges busy over the last few months. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the judges for volunteering their time, knowledge, and expertise. I would also like to thank all the sponsors whose support enabled these awards to take place and also help to widen the reach of showcasing best practice. I'm delighted to hear that across the nations and regions, we had over 110 entries this year, and from what I've been told, narrowing down the shortlist has been quite a challenge. If you are inspired by what you see and hear today, we would encourage you to enter into the 2022 RTPI Awards for Planning Excellence, opening early in the new year. Finally, to find out more about the finalists in your region and the winners of the awards, I now hand over to your regional chair. Best of luck, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Wei. Now it's my turn to say welcome to the RTPI London Awards for Planning Excellence 2021. I'm Tom Venables, Chair of RTPI London and part of this year's judging panel. Today we'll be showcasing each of our London finalists and finding out who has been selected to win an award. These are RTPI London's first ever awards for planning excellence, and we're very happy to have had such an overwhelming response from our members. We've got 3 categories to award this year, and it's been an extremely difficult judging process as all the entrants received have been truly excellent. We've got Planning Team of the Year in both public and private sectors, as well as Young Planner of the Year, and this year we are also making a special award to focus on equalities, diversity and inclusion with our friends at the BAME Planners Network. Coming to this year's awards, we are delighted to have received a huge number of entrants, which we have narrowed down to a short list of just 9 finalists. I would like to acknowledge the time and effort that went into all submissions, and although some may not have made the shortlist, it is important to highlight the value in entering. This enables you to reflect on accomplishments to date and to show a team that your organisation is proud of them and wanting to celebrate their talent. I would also like to thank this year's judging panel who volunteered their time to read all the entrant submissions and reach their award decisions. Additionally, a huge thank you to our headline sponsors, Town Legal, and category sponsors Iceni Projects and WSP, who have been great supporters of RTPI London over the years, and we could not have held quite so many interesting and varied events without them. Before we get this show on the road and find out who has won, we will now hear from our headline sponsors, Town Legal.
Good evening, I'm Mita Kaur, a partner at Town Legal, a boutique planning law firm based in the city where we specialise in all things planning law and related areas. We're delighted at Town to have the opportunity to support RTPI London's first ever planning awards and to be involved in celebrating and recognising planning achievements in London, something that I think doesn't happen often enough. As a past chair of RTPI London, albeit many years ago, I'm also thrilled on a personal level to be able to support these awards. And I do feel genuinely privileged to have been involved in the judging, It definitely reinforced my very strong belief that there are many, many amazing, smart, talented, driven people working in planning in London across some really fascinating projects. I hope you all have a really great evening, and back to Tom.
Thank you, Mita, and now to the results. Our first award is the RTPI London Award for the Planning Team of the Year in the private sector. This submission took a number of judges' meetings to agree on the shortlist, but we did, and here they are. In no particular order, our first entrant is Quad. Quad is a specialist independent consultancy advising on all aspects of planning, development economics, socio-economics and environmental assessments. Quad's focus on delivering the right outcomes has earned them the opportunity to work with a wide range of public and private clients on some of the most exciting projects in the country. This has helped Quad to recruit and retain some of the very best people in the industry. Second on our shortlist is Hybrid Planning. Female owned and managed, Hybrid Planning and Development is a planning consultancy with personality, a firm that's enjoyable to work with and for. Established in 2017, co-founders Claire Day and Danielle St. Pierre wanted to offer a fresh perspective and voice for the profession. Third on the shortlist is Deloitte. The Deloitte planning team prepares and manages planning applications for major commercial, retail, residential, institutional, cultural and infrastructure projects. It has extensive experience delivering planning permissions for complex projects and understanding and influencing planning and environmental policy. Clients include a range of landowners, investors, developers, corporate occupiers, government departments, local authorities, retailers, third sector organisations, cultural institutions and infrastructure providers. It's got 24 planning consultants in London, 20 chartered by the RTPI, and the team combines planning consultancy expertise with the wider service it delivers across the globe to provide an integrated and joined up planning solution for its clients. Fourth on our shortlist is BPTW. BPTW is a client-focused, flexible and responsive planning consultancy. They have experience across the full spectrum of mixed-use residential and commercial developments, from working in collaboration with design teams and private developers to providers of mixed-use tenure housing and local authorities. The past year has seen a resilient response to the challenges presented by the pandemic, including the expansion of the team and an influx of local authority and housing association work, as well as significant diversification of the planning portfolio. And the winner in this category is Quad. We would also like to award Hybrid Planning with the Highly Commended Award within this category. We think Hybrid showcased a fresh, diverse and inclusive practice, and because of this, we'd like them to receive the commendation.
WSP is very pleased to be sponsoring the first ever RTPI London Awards for Planning Excellence. Before announcing the finalists in this category, I would like to say well done to all planners working in the public sector across London for your hard work and commitment during COVID and cutbacks. It is much appreciated. Now for the RTPI London Award for Public Sector Planning Team of the Year finalists, who are the London Borough of Redbridge. Redbridge Council's planning service was carrying a backlog and caseload so high that the people working there could not imagine being able to provide a service their customers would see as satisfactory, let alone capitalise on the investment and development opportunities that Redbridge has. The team refocused, pulled together and is now thriving as a team, and the London Borough of Redbridge is thriving with them. The result, the beginnings of a service that is efficient and enjoyable for customers, pushes for high quality applications and engages the community and internal employees in its future. The London Borough of Barnet. Barnet's planning enforcement team takes pride in leading the way for a better built form environment. Barnet has committed to making planning enforcement a truly innovative, collaborative, prompt and decisive service. It is a service that invests in its staff and in councillors. Above all, it is an inclusive service that wants to work with and for the people of Barnet to ensure that the borough remains a great place to live, work and invest. And the winner of this category is the London Borough of Redbridge. Congratulations to the planning team at Redbridge. I know the judges deliberated long and hard on this category. One judge said, "This was a very strong entry, demonstrating, with lots of focus around the team, on training, career progress and support, with a broad EDI section using examples where the whole community were factored into development scheme decisions." And now, back to Tom.
Thank you, Phil. Now over to former Young Planner of the Year, Ian Anderson, and now Chief Executive of Iceni Projects. Iceni are this year's category sponsor for RTPI London Award for Young Planner of the Year, the first time we've awarded this in the capital.
Tom, thank you very much for that very kind introduction. Firstly, I'm sorry we're doing this virtually. It would be lovely to be with you, but we still find ourselves in strange times. So virtually welcome to Iceni's offices. And I guess I should say why Iceni felt compelled to sponsor this award. And there's two reasons really. The first is, I guess, a corporate response, and that is that we're delighted to see the RTPI championing the best talent in London. It's something we feel passionately about as well. We know in our industry we need to encourage the very best of people into a congested marketplace. So awards like this rightly highlight the great work that's being done by our young planners across the capital. And then the second is, despite these grey locks and the saggy eyes and the ageing signs that you see in front of you, I once was a young planner. So 20 years ago I was the Young Planner of the Year, so that stays with me, and I'm delighted to see other people being nominated for this award. Okay, so without further ado, let's introduce you to our shortlisted young planners. Firstly, start with Sarah Sweeney. Sarah is committed to personal and professional growth. Her willingness to push the boundaries and to take herself out of her comfort zone, and dedication to promoting and championing diversity, equality and inclusion make her an exceptional role model. Sarah has had an extremely positive impact on the planning profession through her involvement with the RTPI London, and more recently as the chair of Women in Planning London. Sarah is passionate about planning and the importance of a plan-led approach to deliver comprehensive and well-conceived development. She's a builder of networks and strongly believes in collaborative public and private sector working.
My name's Sarah Sweeney and I'm a Senior Planning and Development Manager at Kitewoods, a London-based property development company. I've been a charter member of the RTPI since December 2014, and I'm on the cusp of 10 years professional experience. I became a town planner because of my love of the built environment, and I thought it was a good opportunity to help shape the places that we live, work and play. But over the years I've come to realise that planning is so much more than that, and it's the true driver to ensure the delivery of truly sustainable development. If I were to win, then next year I would like to continue to promote our profession more widely within the built environment sector, and to continue to be a champion for diversity and inclusion. Thank you.
Our second finalist is Hannah Forden. Hannah is an exceptional young planner specialising in urban mixed-use developments. Hannah's career experience includes in-house and consultancy roles, and her current portfolio includes major residential developments in the Midlands and several London boroughs. A hard-working and confident young woman, Hannah is passionate about creating sustainable new communities which positively influence people and places. Her enthusiasm for the profession transcends project work, and she routinely attends and presents at national events, conferences and seminars. Hannah is a volunteer for Planning Aid Scotland and a mentor for the junior members of staff at her company.
Hi, I'm Hannah Forden and I'm a Senior Planner at Highbridge Planning and Development. I started my career in planning because it allows me to make a direct and valuable contribution to society. It's also a hugely varied profession. I've worked on projects developing national infrastructure, but now specialise in schemes to help combat the housing crisis. One of my main priorities is emphasising the important role planners can play in tackling the climate emergency. I would also like to encourage young talent by increasing awareness of the planning system in schools and also through bursaries at a higher education level. I'd especially like to show young women they can consider a career in planning.
Our final candidate is Hannah Northrop. Hannah is a planning lecturer at LSBU, having recently made the shift from practice into academia. She is passionate about teaching future planners and preparing them for accreditation, their careers and beyond. Hannah teaches a range of modules, including specialisms in environmental planning, planning law and work-based learning modules. Hannah has also been involved in developing the degree apprenticeship for planners and working with students to develop their KSBs and competencies.
Hi there, I'm Hannah Northrop and I work as a lecturer in town planning at London South Bank University. I come from an environmental science background and this has really influenced me in my role as a lecturer. Within this, I teach on modules such as sustainable places, environmental changes, issues and impacts, and I also teach on more practice-based modules drawing on my previous experiences, both in the private and public sector. All in all, I believe that planning should be made available to everyone, and I'm really about encouraging more people to get into planning and also bringing in the roles of aspects such as sustainable development, equality in planning, and planning for all.
Okay, so to the moment you've been waiting for, and certainly the finalists have been waiting for, and I have checked with the jury to see just how close this was, and I'm reliably informed that it was a very close decision and that all of the candidates had a lot of support individually. So congratulations to all the finalists, but I am delighted to announce that this year's winner of the RTPI London's Young Planner of the Year award is Sarah Sweeney. And I can tell you what the judges said in arriving at their decision. Sarah's well-written application clearly demonstrated her career achievements, deep and varied understanding of planning policy and practice, and long-standing commitment to network building, volunteering and professional development. Her journey from first-generation student to consummate professional in chair makes her a unique voice that both RTPI planners and wider public would benefit from hearing more of. On a personal level, very many congratulations, Sarah, and well done to both Hannahs for also being recognised for their achievements. Congratulations, Sarah, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Ian, and congratulations, Sarah. Now on to the Chairs Award. This is an award that I wanted to do in order to shine a spotlight on equity, diversity and inclusivity within our industry, in partnership with the Bain Planners Network. We need to do so much more to strive for equity in our industry, so this award intends to shine a light on where best practice is currently happening. And we would like to present this award this year to the London Borough of Barnet. Our judges considered that the team reflected the borough that they work in and had gone the extra mile to promote inclusivity. Congratulations, Barnet. Thank you to everyone who's been involved in our first ever RTPI London Awards for Planning Excellence. We will be opening up our next award submission in January for 2022, so please keep an eye on our website for more information. Thank you.